Alright, welcome in everyone to A Programmer Plays Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist. This is a blind first play. We have just, a few days ago, from you guys' perspective, finished Ender Lilies. From my perspective, it was earlier this week. And yeah, I'm really excited to get into this game. So let's hop straight in. New game. See what we're in for. Homunculi, artificial life forms. Word is they're almost human. Is that true? Human, more like mutants. All these times they've attacked us? No, they aren't human at all. Ooh, cool. For the record, on my side, don't be afraid, it will be alright. On my side, this is not very high frame rate either. In preparation for this moment, I've taught you all you need to know. Listen carefully. Seek out allies. Find the other tuners. I have faith in you. You can find the homunculi. Okay. That's an opening cutscene. So we're seeking out the other homunculi? Okay. I'm alive. Alright, for a second I wasn't sure if we had anything below the knees, but we just have black boots. What happened? Can't remember. I've forgotten something, or someone. Someone important. What is this place? Alright, we can move, we can jump. Only single jump. Pick up. Worn experiment log. Scrapped homunculi over 1,400. Tuned transport homunculi insufficient. Number of specimens scrapped per month decreasing. Contract research facility. Okie dokie. And just for the record, there is a mini map behind us, which I wonder. Okay, yeah, follows the exact same schema that the previous game did, where I can middle click on the stick, or R3 as the kids say, to pull up a more detailed map. Cool. That'll be useful. Alright, interesting. Jump towards edge to climb. Okay, sure. This looks useful. Action healing ward. Ground/in water. Left. Trigger. Restore Lilac's HP. While uses are limited, they can be replenished at respites. Charmed magicite, stored within an Argentine vial, responds to the bearer, invoking a barrier of healing. Alright, press left trigger to recover HP. Heals are limited in number. The number of heals available is displayed in the upper left corner below the HP gauge. Alright, so we start out with 3, which I believe the previous game we started out with 2, but I might be wrong. I think I am wrong. I think we... now I'm doubting my own memory. Gosh, that was so recent, and yet... I see that we're doing the same thing that we did in the previous game, where we get an item description, and then we get a tutorial, which kind of repeats the same thing. I do wish that they had fixed that, but it's fine. That looks like an enemy. Right here. That looks like someone that's about to drop on me. I was right. No choice but to run past. Alright, climb on up. Subterranean testing site ruins. Okay. No thank you, creature. Wonder if there's fall damage. Dodge. Which I'm relatively sure that I pressed dodge beforehand. and nothing happens. So I think they actually are doing silent unlocks, which is cool. Ooh, okay, that's cool. We got a general sprint, like Silk Song? Hell yeah. While sprinting, B for running jump. Hell yeah. Alright, even though this character obviously is intended to be kind of like not that agile, we're already feeling better than previous game. Hell yeah. Love that. Homunculus. It isn't moving. Has its magic been exhausted? Boy, I'm getting big Nier vibes off of this right now. More so than the previous game. Eyes that yearn for death. No, eyes that do not fear death. You seem familiar. Are you not frightened by me? What's to be afraid of? I've been around homunculi since I was little. Lend me your power, then. A touch of magic should allow me to liberate myself. In turn, I will aid in your survival. And the main character even has Nier look. Yeah. That white hair. All we need is a blindfold. I'm not gonna lie, that did startle me a little. I do, however, have one condition. What is it? You think I would devour you? We can speak further once we have escaped this dreary pit. I assume you'd rather not linger here. Alright, abilities Nola. Primary ability. An enigmatic combat homunculus that had been abandoned at the subterranean testing site. She exudes an ancient, noble aura, most unlike the labor homunculi in the lower stratum. Attack using Nola. Gosh, I'm going to call her Nora so many times, aren't I? Nola has joined your side. You can make use of her abilities by pressing the Y to attack in front of you. Use her attacks to cut down enemies and break certain boxes and walls. Alright, and for the record, I am using a Switch style controller, so Y on this is X on most controllers, so the left face button. Alright, so right off the bat, it's worth noting, the switch to 3D. She's like, she looks very anime in style, in presentation, but that is a fully 3D rig, unlike a lot of the previous game, which had like well done 2D components layered up. She really is like fully modeled. I'm a little surprised by that. I genuinely wasn't expecting the Switch like this. It makes a lot of sense. It's actually, in a lot of ways, oh, that was sick. Did you see how we, like, closed the distance a little bit to fit to the combo? Alright, I was wondering if the third hit would, because she does swing up, I was wondering if that would, yeah, there, she just did it again. So there are different hitboxes, is what we're seeing, I feel like. Yeah, it's hard to, like, express this, but, like, there's a little bit of snapping where we're, like, getting to the right distance, which feels good. Feels real good, because it always feels so bad in games when you, like, swing your thing and you just barely miss, and you're like, oh, come on, game, give that to me. But yeah, what I was saying, a lot of times, 2D animation ends up being more work than having a 3D model that is animated, in order to, like, bring it to an equivalent level of quality, right? Because there's just so many little things that are easy to get wrong. Respites. Respites can be found in multiple locations. Resting at a respite will save your game, as well as replenish Lilac's HP and heals. However, doing so will also cause previously defeated enemies to walk the land again. Yep. Classic. Blighted Memories. Respites allow you to re-watch cutscenes you have previously viewed. Alright. Well, we've got a lot more options than we started out on the previous one. Abilities. Okay. Equipment. Equip relics. Enhance abilities. We haven't found any cores. This is quite the, this feels like a sequel, you know? Like, obviously it is, but, like, it's got that, like, jump in quality. Cool. Very cool. I'm for it. Alright, we've got an elevator here. Some dudes just chilling. Alright, probably not permeable to us yet. I also just want to appreciate, like, the previous game used rectangles with lines connecting them for the map. This one having still rectangles to express the rooms, but then, like, an outline inside of it feels way nicer. I like this style of map way better. Oh, and we can see that it actually paints in real time as we're viewing. That's very nice. Love that. A lot of good, like, you know, small updates that make the game feel a lot more premium, so to speak. Can we? Yes, we can. We don't have to be aligned to do the stuff. Alright, and if we look at this, what do we want to bet that the blue means fully, like, we've 100%ed it? Because that room down there at the bottom, that felt like a room that would have a secret that I couldn't get to yet. That feels really good. I know that I've said that multiple times, but snapping to the right position, that is a huge win for this game. Nope, no thank you. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and pop one of our heals, because I want to know. Alright, that, at the very least, we know that it brings us up, we know that it brings us up by at least half. And we also know that it is kind of slow. Alright. The thing, the big tell here that she's 3D is the sleeves. If we look at the sleeves, we see that the cuff of them, we're going from not being able to see into it to being able to see into it as she moves her arms back and forth. And that's, like, you could animate that in 2D, but the amount of labor it would be is completely, like, that would dwarf just making it in freaking 3D. And then the fact here that she, like, brings her arm out and crosses it over. Again, you could do that in pure 2D. It's so much easier to actually do it in 3D. So, yeah, loving this style. I think that they are doing some 2D overlay stuff to make it more anime. Like, the eyes are probably rendered entirely separately on Lilac here from the rest of Lilac's 3D model. And they're definitely doing some stuff to, like, orient Lilac to the camera in a way that feels more contiguous with the previous game. You know, like, a more traditional thing would have, you know, the hips kind of perpendicular to the camera, but here we're, like, really splaying the legs so that they like do this number almost instead of this number. So I'm sure that that's to better match to concept art and the previous game and all that. Look at this. First boss. You look cool. Break damage. Below the enemy's HP gauge is a gauge that represents break damage. It will decrease as you attack enemies and cause a knockback or stagger effect when depleted. This is your chance to go on the offensive. Be wary of attacks from enemies yet to be staggered, and watch out for counterattacks as they recover. Oh, okay. Lito, the child subject test. The child test subject. Okay, new phase. Oh, okay. Okay. Did a bad job. There we go. Level up, level 2. No, don't leave me. Perhaps I can help. Wow. They've really stepped up their particle effects. Lilac, where are you going? Take me with you. Fumes. Whoa. Look at that. Again, fully 3D there, but mixed in with this 2D art. You fixed me. To see the outside, all of us, it's all we wanted. Allies. Lito. Cooldown ability. A discarded test subject from a homunculus processing plant. He was one of many homunculi that were exposed to the fumes as part of an experiment to observe how long they could withstand its effects before turning rabid. As the fumes took hold, hordes of homunculi tore through one another, climbing the resulting pile of corpses in a frenzied bid to escape. Lito survived by being buried beneath the pile. Lito's cooldown ability. Lito can attack independently of Lilac and Nola. It is possible to activate Lito's ability while attacking with Nola at the same time. However, Lito requires a cooldown period in between uses. Okie dokie. Alright, and we can look at the map here and see that there's now a little marker for that on there. Very cool. Fine, at last, with this, free. Key item, subterranean testing site key. A key that unlocks the magic gate leading to the subterranean testing site. The subterranean testing site is currently closed and off limits. Main menu, press minus to open the menu. You can view Lilac's status, equipped items, and access the map. Yeah, we figured that out. Ah, cool. Alright, so this imagery is now 2D. Very cool. Level 2. Various abilities. I assume I cannot equip you, yeah, only at respites. The prosthetic arm projects a flaming fist, inflicting the blaze status effect. Can be used in conjunction with other abilities. Blaze, I assume, is damage over time. I love what they've done here with the stats. Power, break damage, speed, AoE. Like, this is a great way to let me, like, at a glance, kind of like look at something and get like a sense of this is how this is gonna work. And also, there's obviously this little scene that's happening behind my camera here, showing what they do. Bonk. Yeah, this is such a significant just step up in like the little details from the previous game. I love it. This is awesome. All right, let's rest so that set abilities. Your allies' abilities can be changed at respites. Try experimenting with the myriad of abilities available to you. You can challenge previously tuned bosses at respites. Okay, abilities, and we'll put you on there. And it doesn't seem like we've got a number of uses on Leto, so that is a hell of a cooldown, though. Perfect. Perfect. We got something from that. And coins? Milius, Lab Primus, access restricted. Homunculus Research Log 1. Artificial life forms created through the infusion of magic. They are augmented by Milius arcane smiths and boast high physical capabilities and durability. Although they pose no danger to humans, magic that affects the consciousness is used to ensure homunculi remain true to their purpose. However, these methods require tuning from time to time. Alright, we're seeing the word tune appear a bunch, which is interesting. I shudder to think of the inhumane experiments homunculi were subjected to beneath the surface. You remember anything at all? The fumes, they drove everyone mad. They hurt each other. I saw you in my memory. Are you Lilac? Yes, I think so. There is undoubtedly a connection here. Do not fret, your memories will likely resurface in time. In fact, it would appear we all have something we are struggling to recall. I am certain of one thing, however. You wield a power capable of liberating homunculi. Those with such powers, they are known as attuners. We may be able to find more of your ilk by retracing the memories of homunculi we encounter. Alright. Just right off the bat, big fan of Nola. Super cool design. Lower stratum streets. Ah, look at this. Ah. Hell yeah. So, this is the outside world. And that's the upper stratum. That's where the sorcerers, the founders of this nation and the creators of homunculi, reside. If I am to discover the truth behind the wretched dreams that haunt me, I sense that is where I must go. To that end, I will not permit you to perish until we are there. Steel yourself, Lilac. I understand. My memory is hazy, but before I fell below the surface, someone was desperate to save me. I think I cared about them. I want to know why they were crying. And if this power I have is meant to help homunculi, I want to use it. Cool. By end of fumes, exit the subterranean testing site. Interesting that they came back. But man, look at this vista. Like, talk about like a arcane looking look. I'm so for it. Okay, different lock than the key that I have. That tracks. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so it seems like that chip damage, the blaze that we saw referenced before, is pretty solid. Okay, hold on. Let me illustrate something real quick. So if we look at our map, we can see how it's been like partially painted in. And if we come over here, like we're near the top of where we've seen. If we move the camera up, did you see how more of the map just got revealed? So they're using the bounds of what we've literally seen to paint onto the map. I like that system. I think that it's a pretty solid way of making, like, it makes a lot of sense, right? Like, you literally have seen this, so it's on your map. You literally have not seen this, so it's not on your map. One of the things that I always don't like about Hollow Knight is that you'll go into a room and immediately have to turn around for one reason or another. And then some players will not remember that they have barely seen that room, right? They'll look at the map and think like, oh yeah, I've completed this, and they haven't. This system helps to avoid that. At least you have seen the stuff that is painted onto your map. Hello. Whoa, what kind of homunculus is that? She looks so old. And who might you be? The arcane smith of the town up ahead. Well, arcane smith in training, I guess. I'm looking to get my hands on some awesome arcane instruments that'll help the whole town. Wait, are you in a tuner? Like the one in town some time back. May I inquire where, exactly? I don't know. I only heard about it from my partner. Partner? A homunculus with wings. Say, did you happen to see him on your way here? Oh. Anyway, you look like a mess. Help yourself to anything here. Are you sure? There was an attuner who helped me one time. She asked me to help other attuners if I met them. She was the one who set up this little camp and left all this stuff here. You know, you remind me of her. That attuner lady. Oh, there's a mantle here you should take. Looks like real handy for an attuner. Thank you, and I hope you find your friend. Say, if you see a homunculus with wings, could you help him out? If you can. Are you not returning home? It isn't safe outside, especially for one so small. Gotta keep collecting junk. That's how we survive in the lower stratum. Well then, I'll see you around. The items here may prove useful indeed. It's also that winged homunculus she mentioned. Okay. Action. Aerial jump. In air, B. The rune inscribed into Lilac's shoes allows one jump even while in midair. Dodge. Ground / in air / in water. Arrow direction plus ZR. Dodge attacks by performing a nimble dash in the desired direction. The runes inscribed into the mantle allow the wearer to move unto a swift breeze, even while airborne. Aerial jump and aerial dodge. Press B in the air to perform an aerial jump. Press ZR in the air to perform an aerial dodge. By combining aerial jumps and aerial dodges, it is possible to cross greater distances and reach previously inaccessible areas. Wow. Again, this game's giving us double jump shockingly early. You can change Lilac's attire at respites. Okay. Like, I'm genuinely shocked that we're getting a double jump already. Because the previous game also gave us double jump really early and did, to its credit, like actually lean into the whole jump thing. I didn't figure out at all. I had to look up at the end of last game that you could use some of your abilities to get like chained jumping stuff. We'll see if I figure that out this time around, if it's the case this time around. Okay. We don't have any of that. Message map records. Also, I'm just now noticing how many sets we have. 5 sets as opposed to the 2 that we had previously is crazy work. I thought that they said that we had the ability to change clothes, but I think I saw wrong. Welcome, land of fumes, fueled by magic, at your service. Okay. Okay, but that looks like a thing. It's not. It was just sparkly. Level up, level 3. Hell yeah. What are you? Ah, okay. Charmed Fragment. Increases max HP by 5. A fragment of magicite contained within an argentine vial. The higher the concentration of magicite, the stronger the magic. And that is a heck of a combo that we can do. You missed? Surprising. Old City Market. Alright. That looks like a grapple hookable thing. Passage to the human settlement of Old City. Authorized. Mutants prowling the outskirts of Old City pose a threat to human life. Remain alert. Alright, so this guy, clearly animated in 2D, and like the way that we can tell on this one is the shoulder. See how the shoulder seems like disconnected from the torso by just a little bit? Like, that's kind of a, I don't want to say inevitable, but a really common difficulty in 2D animation is parts seem to slide on top of each other. Because, you know, there's only so much that you can like twist and bend the actual images that you're animating in 2D. That dog okay? Little birdie told me there's homunculi running wild everywhere. What a mess. I wouldn't know, seeing as I ain't ever getting out of here. Oh, hold on. The way that the camera zooms in, but the like fog doesn't, gives a really interesting like tilt shift kind of thing. Oh, dog. And dwarf? Remarkable. I can hardly believe the lower stratum remains this populated. How is it that humans live on amidst this thick haze of fumes? Arcane instruments is how. Without them, we'd be goners. Arcane mentioned... This whole thing seems very Arcane-y to me. Arcane is in the League of Legends show. Name's Gordon. I'm the resident arcane smith around these derelict parts. I take it the kid's on a tuner? Where are your pals? As it so happens, we are presently in search of other attuners and a way up to the upper stratum. Can't say I've spotted any attuners in a while, and you won't learn much about the upper stratum down here. What about a homunculus with wings? Heard about Yolvan from Levy, did ya? Yolvan used to keep us safe from the mutants, but that was then. Haven't seen him late, but there's rumors he's been attacking folks and such. He might have gone over yonder down the road. But it ain't safe to get close, you hear? The search for the winged homunculus. Alright. Oh, dog. Aww, poppers. Even if you are a horrifying homunculus robot thing, maybe an attuner could... never mind. I really am getting old, thinking of asking a kid. Old lady. It's teeming with homunculi out there. You take care now. Times like these, you need to make sure to get plenty of rest. Why not take a break on that sofa there? Right, the fact that you suggested that makes me a little suspicious. Findings, tattered letter. Dear sis, happy birthday. You said you wanted a new pillow, so I tried to pluck some of the old man's feathers to make one, but he got kind of mad, so I'm going to have Gordon teach me how to make arcane instruments for you instead. Levy. Conversations with allies. You can talk to your allies at respites. Notification will appear in the top right corner when a new conversation is available. Ooh, alright, well, we've got one if we look here. What's in a name? I can tell you have something on your mind. Best come out with it. We have a long journey ahead of us. It would be nice to know your names. My name? You may refer to me however you please. Leto. My name, it's Leto. Your turn, or do you not know? Nola. Call me Nola. Is that really your name? The markings etched into my arm would suggest as such. Interesting. I love that they're doing this. I love that it's optional. I love that we can opt into it. I love that they're like sort of dribbling it in. I love that the second ally here is already like a fairly big part of the story, because that was not a complaint, but like it was kind of a missed opportunity on the first game, because you get the cliffside youth, right? Or maybe you don't, and it makes no difference to the story, right? You maybe just skip him entirely. And similarly, like, you get Gerard, or maybe you don't. Can you beat the game without getting Gerard? I don't know. You there, have you ever seen anyone alive outside the city? We'd be long dead if it weren't for the arcane instruments warding off the fumes. Okay. Cool story. I sense mutants everywhere. Remain alert. Alright, we're in the lower city. Does our map... Yeah, Old City, Lower Stratum. It's not what I meant to do. Alright. Ah, okay. I thought maybe I could pick something up here. Like it looks like a thing that we can pick up, but I think it's just showing us the connection point. A little bit of forced perspective there. Alright, we've picked up some more of whatever that was. Okay, can't quite make that jump. Oh, nice. You did take fall damage. Hello. Can't take it anymore. A drink before the old city folks notice. Tavern Bulletin Board. There's been an increase in reports of homunculi turning mutant. As retrieving cores is no longer a feasible endeavor, ensure that you maintain a safe distance. Additionally, while we suffer a deficit of attuners, do remain vigilant with reports. Frost Attuner Squad. Did good making it here, kid, but it ain't safe here either. How about it? Want a drink before you kick the bucket? No? Yeah, the near-like music? Absolutely. Okay. Gonna have to heal, because that poison cloud did a number on us. Materials times 170. Materials can be used to fabricate items at the craftery. Arcane instruments are fashioned using magicite, metals, and other such resources. Alright, so that means that we had 90 crafting materials, and now we have more. That was sloppy work, but we got there in the end. Hey, Charmed Fragment. Increase maximum HP. Really funny to me that this ceiling fan here is also a 3D object. They've done a good job of mixing 2D and 3D, I feel like. It's just something that I like pay attention to, I guess. Like, it's something that I like noticing. Mostly because I just like knowing how games are put together. I like looking at how they're built, and things being both 2D and 3D is really interesting to me. What do we got? Relics. Sanguinary Raven. Increases aerial attack damage by 10%. I love that they're now telling us percent, because previous game, they would have just said slightly increases aerial attack damage. An arcane instrument imported from Yulvin to Yulvin by his friend Levi. It was crafted under the guidance of Master Arcanesmith Gordon, a most precious gift. I'm going to assume that that's locked. Winged homunculus could be close by. Remain alert. Let's equip our relic. Equip relics. You can customize which relics you have equipped when resting at a respite. Relics have various effects when equipped. Multiple relics can be equipped within the available slots. There we go. Cool. And this takes 2 slots, of which we only have 2. Go ahead and pop that open. Alright. First boss? Like, first proper boss after Leto? That must be the winged homunculus Levi mentioned. I swore to protect them. Harry the Crow. Enemy fall damage. Knocking enemies off high places deals additional damage. The longer the fall, the more damage they take. Knocking enemies into water results in an instant death. Enemies whose break gauge is depleted can be launched, making them prime targets. Ah, almost hitless. Caladrius, okay. Okay. Alright. Nope, they got me. I thought maybe I could run through, but I was just wrong about that. Yeah. We got this, we got this. I'll be interested to see. Do we just go straight into the fight? No, we get to replay it. Interesting. We'll skip right in. Alright, well, I made a mistake immediately. Multiple mistakes. His range isn't quite as good as I think it is. Way too greedy with that one. And that one. Ah, too greedy again. Too greedy by a long shot. We got this, we got this. I made a bunch of very inadvisable moves at the beginning. Not quite what I think it is. First phase perfected. Alright, nope. I can't quite pull that off. Or that. There we go. That should not have taken me 3 tries, but it is what it is. That's right. I lost myself to the fumes. Milius experiment. He must have escaped the central stratum. That growth present on his wings, I can't remove it. You want to thank someone. She's the one who found you. Those 2 sisters, look after them. Yol, you won't ever leave me, will you? Yeah, I promise. I do wish that the text wasn't so fast in those cutscenes, because it feels very fast. I nearly broke another promise. Thanks, I'm in your debt. We met Levy. She asked us to help. And here I thought she needed me. Looks like I had it backwards. Unfortunately, I still can't remember much from after I lost consciousness. If you're looking for other attuners, though, I'd check the sealed-off magicite mine. Let's go see Gordon in the old city market. I'm sure he'd be willing to help. Alright, allies Yolvan. We got the achievement Regret to Yolvan. Pressure ability. An experimental homunculus that escaped to Old City from the biological research facility in the central stratum. Experiments involving animal fusion were conducted on Yolvan by a renowned homunculus researcher who fled a neighboring country that is no more. Yolvan's pressure ability. Yolvan attacks continuously while following Lilac for as long as the button is held. You can move and jump while using this ability, useful for keeping up long-range pressure. This ability's high mobility is offset by its modest power. Use it in tandem with Nola's close-range attacks for maximum effectiveness. Is it ammo-less? Report back to Gordon. That homunculus just lost it. Can't trust those goddamn things. Findings, warriors of the sorcerer. It is imperative we find the land of origin. The magic of this nation will not last forever, assuming we don't succumb to the blight first. We have blight mentioned. We have successfully proven our theories around the application of magic in replicating and even creating artificial life from nothing. This is now our only hope. And that'll... materials times 130, right? Level 5. Alright. Sit on down here. We've actually got another thing. The kid's got guts. Talk. If Levy isn't in town, she must have gone out by herself again. Maybe she's still looking for her partner. I'd keep an eye on her when she was out looking for junk, but then she began sneaking off by herself. She knows to cut and run if she comes across any mutants, but she is still just a kid. She is not the only one. Alright, let's get you into... Yeah. Actually, no. Let's get you onto R. Fires a stream of auto-aiming magic bullets for as long as the button is held. Yeah. Alright, I love that we can have 4 abilities, it looks like. Oop. There we go. Not me getting the stuff wrong. Wow, yeah, just infinite. Well, I'll be. You brought Yolvin back. You must be one hell of an attuner, kid. You have my thanks. Levy will be downright giddy. Here, I suppose you should have this. Lower Stratum Key, a key that unlocks the magic gates found around the lower stratum. What is it? Magicite mine, the tethered steeple. This key will get you in there, and at your own risk. And that's my homunculus, man's best friend. Name's Hati. I used to be up in the central stratum back in the day, until I painted a target on my back, that is. Hati saved my skin back then, about as reliable as they come. So cute. Rather you be out seeing the world than wasting away with an old fool like me, pup. What do you say, kid? You'd be doing us both a favor. The legs are an interesting length. Action fast travel. Press minus to open the menu and select a respite from the map screen. Mount Hati to travel instantaneously to respites you have previously visited. Travel instantaneously to respites you have previously visited by writing Hati. Press minus to open the map and select the respite you wish to visit. See, right there, I wish they didn't do that, because that's just the same words but slightly rearranged. I do like the video being there, but... One more thing. Whenever you've got materials on you, stop by this here craftery. I'm an arcane smith, after all. Figured I could do you some good. Break boxes and mine mineral deposits that you come across to scavenge materials. These can be used to fabricate items at crafteries. In time, you may be able to find ways to expand their inventory. Alright, exploring the lower stratum. Craftery! Alright. Grants an extra relic slot. Probably going to be useful. Crude bangle. Horn bangle. Feels to me like mean, I'm going to go ahead and invest in this, because it's definitely something I'm going to want. I'm going to also go ahead and get Crude Bangle, even though I kind of suspect... Hey, we got an achievement for that. I kind of suspect that it's not going to be equipped for long. So this indicated... Yeah, wow, we can... So just literally from anywhere? Or is this because we're in a safe zone that we can go back to save points? Equipment. You can change Lilac's equipment at respites. Equipable items can help improve your stats, such as death and heal potency. Alright, yeah, so we've got a limited number of slots, but we've got 2 arms, so left and right. Bracelets, cool. Improves stats, primarily defense. Up to 2 bracelets can be equipped at a time. Yep. Found in the old city, commonly worn by the city's inhabitants for protection against the magical infestation emanating from the underground. Cool. Oh, we do have a new conversation. Those beyond saving. I once heard from an attuner in the old city. Fumes from the lower stratum have seeped so deeply into the cores, the very souls of so many mutants, even attuners dare not approach them. Countless homunculi have turned mutant in this manner. I doubt we'll be able to save them all. Okay. Well, as much as I want to keep playing, and trust me, it's a lot I want to keep playing, I do think this is a good place for us to end it. So, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this introductory episode, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye!